Did you know you could be slim on the outside but fat on the inside? That's right. Even people who look fit might have a deadly visceral fat wrapping around their organs right now. It's the silent killer that triggers diabetes, heart disease, and inflammation. But here's the good news. You can actually eat your way out of it. Welcome to Unbreakable Health, where we decode your body's secrets using real science. Today I'll show you 10 foods you should eat every day to kill your visceral fat naturally, safely, and effectively. Let's jump right in. Avocados are one of nature's most misunderstood foods. For years, people were told to avoid them because they are high in fat. But here's the truth. Most people never realize the fat in avocados is not the enemy. It's the secret weapon. The type of fat found in avocados, known as monounsaturated fat, helps your body burn stored fat, especially the dangerous kind that hides deep inside your abdomen around your organs. This type of fat, called visceral fat, doesn't just make your waistline expand. It silently interferes with your hormones, increases inflammation, and raises your risk for metabolic diseases. But avocados do something remarkable. They tell your body to switch from storing fat to burning it for fuel. Imagine your metabolism like a furnace. The wrong foods, refined carbs, sugary snacks, processed oils dampen the flame. Avocados, on the other hand, feed the fire. When you eat half an avocado, your body releases hormones that calm hunger and stabilize blood sugar. That means you're not constantly craving snacks an hour after eating. You feel full and satisfied, which is one of the simplest ways to prevent overeating and fat gain. But the benefits go deeper. Avocados also contain a unique compound called oleic acid, which communicates directly with your liver cells, signaling them to use fat for energy instead of letting it build up inside your abdomen. This is how avocados directly influence visceral fat reduction. It's not magic. It's biochemistry. When your blood sugar stays stable and insulin stays low, your body gets the message that it's safe to start burning stored fat. Avocados create that perfect internal environment. Now, think about what happens when you eat a typical breakfast filled with toast, sugary cereal, or processed spreads. Your insulin spikes, your energy crashes, and within hours you're hungry again. But if you replace that same breakfast with an avocado-based meal, say mashed avocado on whole grain bread or sliced avocado with eggs, you'll notice something incredible. You'll feel energized for hours. Your mind stays clear, your cravings drop, and your body remains in fat burning mode. That's not just a feeling. It's your hormones working in harmony. So your hunger hormone, grain, stays low. Your fullness hormone, leptin, becomes more sensitive. Together, they create a biological rhythm that helps your body shed visceral fat naturally without feeling deprived or restricted. There's another hidden benefit. Avocados are rich in potassium and magnesium, two minerals that most people don't get enough of. These minerals help reduce stress on your adrenal glands and lower cortisol levels. When cortisol, your stress hormone, stays high, your body automatically starts storing fat around your belly. That's one reason people who live under constant stress often struggle with belly fat even when they eat healthy. Avocados help stop that process by calming the body's internal stress response. They keep cortisol balanced, which indirectly helps shrink visceral fat. The creamy texture of an avocado also helps slow digestion, meaning the nutrients from your food are absorbed more efficiently. That's important because many people eat nutrient-rich foods but don't actually absorb the vitamins and minerals properly. The healthy fats in avocado act like a nutrient delivery system carrying fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K directly into your cells. And when your cells are nourished, they can perform metabolic functions more efficiently, including burning fat. In short, avocados don't just help you feel full, they help your body work smarter. People who make avocados a daily habit often notice more than just weight changes. Their skin becomes clearer, energy levels more stable, and mental focus sharper. That's because visceral fat doesn't only affect how you look. It affects how your entire body functions. It releases inflammatory molecules that can reach the brain, the liver, and the heart. By reducing that fat, you're not just slimming your waist, you're protecting your most vital organs. Adding one avocado a day to your diet, whether in a smoothie, a salad, or as a side to your meal, can have a profound effect on your metabolism and your overall sense of well-being. The body doesn't need harsh diets or starvation. It needs foods that teach it how to burn fat efficiently. Avocado does exactly that. It teaches your metabolism how to heal itself. Now, let's move to another food that has earned its place as one of the most powerful allies against visceral fat: eggs. For decades, eggs were unfairly labeled as bad for heart health because of their cholesterol content. But research has now proven the opposite. Eggs are one of the most complete sources of nutrition available, and they're crucial when you want to eliminate hidden belly fat. The reason is simple: protein. A high-quality protein keeps you full for hours, stabilizes your insulin levels, and preserves lean muscle while promoting fat loss. When you eat enough protein, your body produces fewer cravings, and that means fewer spikes in blood sugar and less fat storage. Every time you eat a protein-rich food like eggs, your body burns more calories just to digest it, a process called the thermic effect of food. This means eggs naturally boost your metabolism, helping your body expend more energy even at rest. That's especially important for anyone struggling with slow metabolism or stubborn fat. But eggs also contain a special nutrient that directly targets visceral fat called choline. Choline supports liver function and helps transport fat out of the liver to be used as energy. If your body lacks choline, fat can accumulate in your liver, which is one of the earliest stages of visceral fat buildup. Eating eggs gives your liver the tools it needs to clear out that fat efficiently. Think about the difference between starting your morning with eggs versus a sugary breakfast cereal. The cereal gives you a quick rush of glucose followed by a crash. You'll feel hungry again within an hour and your body will start storing that sugar as fat. Eggs, on the other hand, release energy slowly and keep your insulin steady. You won't feel the urge to snack or drink something sweet mid-morning because your brain and body are already satisfied. This stability in blood sugar is what separates fat gain from fat burning. Another remarkable thing about eggs is that they help build and preserve muscle tissue. The more muscle you have, the more fat your body burns even when you're not moving. Muscle is metabolically active. It's your built-in fat-burning engine. People who eat enough protein, especially from sources like eggs, protect their muscle mass while losing fat. That's why athletes and fitness experts rely on eggs as a daily staple. But even if you don't exercise intensely, eggs can still transform your metabolism by preventing muscle loss as you age. That's crucial because one reason visceral fat increases over time is that most people gradually lose muscle, slowing down their metabolism. Eggs help stop that decline. Let's talk about the yolk, the part many people still fear. Inside the yolk is where the real nutrients live. Vitamin D, vitamin B12, selenium, and antioxidants like lutein. These nutrients not only nourish your body, but also support hormone balance. When your hormones, especially insulin and cortisol, are balanced, your body naturally stops clinging to visceral fat. Vitamin D, for instance, has been shown in studies to improve insulin sensitivity and support fat loss. So skipping the yolk means missing the very part that makes eggs so effective against belly fat. Eating 2 eggs in the morning can change your entire day's energy balance. You'll notice fewer cravings, better focus, and a longer lasting feeling of fullness. That's because eggs influence hunger, regulating hormones such as grain and peptide Y, which communicate directly with your brain to control appetite. They literally tell your brain that you've had enough, which is one of the most natural ways to prevent overeating. The best part about eggs is their versatility. You can boil them, scramble them, make omelets, or pair them with vegetables and avocado for a fat-burning meal combination. This combination of healthy fat from avocado and high-quality protein from eggs creates the perfect metabolic environment. While the avocado keeps insulin low and fuels your body with stable energy, the eggs supply the amino acids and choline needed to burn fat effectively. Together, they form a nutritional duo that directly attacks visceral fat while keeping you full, satisfied, and energized. Many people underestimate how simple daily choices can transform their internal health. Eating 2 eggs and half an avocado each day might sound too easy, but that consistency teaches your body to rely on fat for energy instead of sugar. When you lower your dependence on sugar, your insulin sensitivity improves, inflammation decreases, and the fat around your organs begins to shrink. That's how you win the fight against visceral fat. Not through restriction or extreme diets, but through foods that align with how your body naturally works. What's fascinating is how both of these foods, avocados and eggs, work synergistically to target the same root causes of visceral fat. They stabilize blood sugar, improve liver function, reduce inflammation, and promote hormonal balance. These are the 4 cornerstones of fat loss that lasts. Most people look for fast fixes or complicated supplements, but real change happens when you nourish your body from within. When you give your cells the right nutrients, your metabolism does the rest. You'll start noticing small but powerful changes, less bloating, better digestion, a flatter waistline, and more stable energy throughout the day. Those are signs your visceral fat is decreasing and your organs are functioning more efficiently. If you've ever wondered why some people can eat less but still struggle to lose belly fat, the answer lies in hormones and food quality. Restricting calories might make the scale move, but if the foods you eat spike insulin and stress hormones, your body will continue storing fat. That's why nutrient-rich, hormone-friendly foods like avocados and eggs are so effective. They teach your metabolism to work with you, not against you. They create balance from within, something that no crash diet can ever do. By eating these 2 foods regularly, you're not only reshaping your body, you're protecting your future health. Visceral fat doesn't just sit quietly. It releases toxins and inflammatory compounds that can lead to serious diseases over time. Reducing it means lowering your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. It means more energy, better sleep, and a longer, more vibrant life. And it all starts with simple, powerful choices made every single day at your kitchen table. Avocados and eggs are more than just foods. They are tools that can help you regain control of your body's natural rhythm, turning every meal into an opportunity to heal, energize, and burn fat from the inside out. Green tea has been used for centuries, not as a trend, but as a powerful natural medicine for the body. What makes it truly special is not just that it's a soothing drink, but that it holds one of the most potent fat-burning compounds found in nature. This compound, known as EGCG, activates a process inside your body that helps dissolve visceral fat from within. Most people think fat loss is all about calories, but it's actually more about how efficiently your cells use energy. When you drink green tea, EGCG increases your metabolism, gently raising your body's ability to burn calories even while you're sitting still. It works by activating your body's natural fat, the burning enzyme called EMPK, which tells your cells to start converting stored fat into usable energy. That's why people who drink green tea regularly often notice they feel lighter, more alert, and more energetic throughout the day. But what makes green tea particularly effective against visceral fat is its ability to target the deep layers of fat that surround your organs. Unlike subcutaneous fat, which you can see and pinch, visceral fat hides inside the abdominal cavity, pressing on the liver, pancreas, and intestines. It's dangerous because it silently produces inflammatory molecules that interfere with insulin and hormone balance. Green tea directly reduces this inflammation, allowing your body to function properly again. When inflammation decreases, fat metabolism improves automatically. It's like removing a block that's been holding back your progress. Your liver, which plays a key role in breaking down fat, begins to operate more efficiently, filtering toxins and balancing blood sugar. Drinking 2 or 3 cups of green tea every day can significantly improve these processes. The caffeine in green tea, though mild, works synergistically with EGCG to enhance thermogenesis, which means your body burns more energy as heat. This doesn't make you jittery like coffee because green tea also contains L-theanine, a calming amino acid that smooths out the stimulating effects of caffeine. The result is focused energy without anxiety and a steady metabolic boost that encourages your body to use fat as fuel. This gentle but consistent process is what makes green tea one of the most reliable natural tools for reducing visceral fat. To get the best results, timing matters. Drinking a cup of green tea before a meal helps slow down the absorption of fat and sugar, keeping insulin stable. When insulin levels remain low, your body stays in fat-burning mode longer. If you exercise, having a cup before your workout can enhance fat oxidation, which means your body pulls energy from stored fat during the activity. And even if you're not working out, simply replacing sugary drinks with green tea throughout the day can create a noticeable difference over time. The key is consistency. Green tea's power is cumulative. It builds up its effects with daily use. It's also worth noting that green tea supports gut health, and this is closely linked to visceral fat. A balanced gut helps control inflammation and hormone regulation, both of which are essential for fat loss. The antioxidants in green tea feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut, creating a healthy balance that encourages your metabolism to function optimally. Think of your gut as the command center of your metabolism. When it's healthy, every system in your body, from digestion to fat burning, operates more effectively. What's fascinating is how something as simple as a cup of tea can have such deep biological impact. The reason is that green tea doesn't just affect one pathway. It influences several metabolic systems simultaneously. It improves insulin sensitivity, balances cortisol, enhances energy expenditure, and reduces appetite. It's like giving your body the tools to correct its own imbalances naturally. Over time, this reduces the fatty deposits around your organs, lightens the load on your liver, and makes your entire body more efficient at burning fat. The simplicity of this habit makes it sustainable. You don't need to count calories or follow strict diets to benefit. Just make green tea a daily ritual morning, midday, or evening. The longer you maintain it, the more your metabolism adapts. It's not about an instant change. It's about retraining your body to use energy the way it's meant to. People often underestimate how powerful these small, consistent choices can be. But when you combine them with awareness and better nutrition, you begin to see visible and invisible changes happening simultaneously. Your energy becomes more stable, your waistline shrinks, and your internal organs function more efficiently. All signs that visceral fat is diminishing. Now, let's talk about another potent natural food that works in a completely different way, yet targets the same problem, garlic. This small, pungent bulb has been called nature's antibiotic for a reason. It contains powerful compounds like allicinin and sulfur that don't just fight infections. They actively influence fat metabolism. When you consume garlic, these compounds help reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and support liver function. And as you already know, your liver is the central organ that decides whether to burn fat or store it. When your liver is sluggish, visceral fat builds up. Garlic helps to cleanse and stimulate it, encouraging the breakdown of fat molecules and their conversion into energy. But the real magic of garlic lies in its ability to balance hormones that control fat storage. One of the biggest triggers for visceral fat is chronic stress, which elevates the hormone cortisol. High cortisol tells your body to store fat around your abdomen as a survival mechanism. Garlic helps regulate cortisol levels, keeping them from staying elevated for too long. By doing this, it indirectly prevents your body from creating more visceral fat. People who consume garlic regularly tend to have lower markers of inflammation and healthier blood sugar levels, both of which are vital in reducing hidden abdominal fat. Garlic also improves insulin sensitivity, which means your cells respond better to insulin, allowing glucose to be used for energy instead of being stored as fat. This effect is particularly powerful when garlic is consumed raw or lightly cooked because heat can destroy some of its active compounds. Taking a small clove of raw garlic with a glass of warm water in the morning can awaken your metabolism and kickstart the fat-burning process for the day. Some even mix crushed garlic with a little honey for a more palatable version that still retains its potency. Another lesser-known benefit of garlic is how it enhances thermogenesis, the process by which your body generates heat from burning calories. This is the same mechanism that green tea stimulates, which means when you include both foods in your daily routine, their effects complement each other. Garlic increases the production of brown fat, a type of fat tissue that burns energy instead of storing it. The more active brown fat you have, the easier it becomes to reduce visceral fat because your body essentially becomes a more efficient fat-burning machine. Garlic's impact on cardiovascular health also plays an indirect role in fat reduction. It lowers cholesterol, reduces triglycerides, and improves circulation. Better circulation ensures that oxygen and nutrients are efficiently delivered to your cells, supporting energy production and metabolic function. When your blood vessels are healthy and open, your cells receive the oxygen they need to metabolize fat efficiently. This improved oxygen flow also supports muscle performance and recovery, which means even light physical activity becomes more effective in burning fat. What's interesting is that garlic doesn't just help the body physically. It also influences how your body responds to stress. Chronic stress is one of the most overlooked causes of visceral fat accumulation. Every time your body experiences stress, cortisol rises, blood sugar increases, and fat storage around the organs accelerates. Garlic helps modulate the stress response by supporting the adrenal glands and reducing oxidative stress in the body. This not only helps in lowering cortisol, but also protects your cells from damage that can slow down metabolism over time. Regular garlic intake creates a more balanced internal environment where your hormones, liver, and metabolism all work in harmony. To make garlic more effective, consistency and timing matter. Taking it in the morning on an empty stomach helps maximize its detoxifying effects. You can also include it in meals, mixing it with olive oil, or using it in salads and soups. The combination of garlic with healthy fats helps improve the absorption of its beneficial compounds, allowing them to act more effectively in the body. This habit not only aids digestion, but also ensures your liver remains active in processing and eliminating excess fat. Garlic also contains compounds that promote gut health by supporting beneficial bacteria and inhibiting harmful microbes. A healthy gut microbiome is essential for controlling inflammation and regulating weight because your gut communicates directly with your fat-storing hormones. When your gut bacteria are balanced, your body naturally starts to burn more fat and store less. Garlic in this sense becomes a bridge between gut health and fat metabolism, quietly repairing your internal systems while you go about your day. When you put all of this together, you can see how powerful these natural foods are when it comes to addressing visceral fat from multiple angles. Green tea targets it through thermogenesis, improved metabolism, and hormonal balance, while garlic works through detoxification, inflammation reduction, and stress control. Both help restore the body's ability to manage fat efficiently. They don't fight against your body. They guide it back to its natural rhythm where energy is used rather than stored, where inflammation subsides and where hormones return to balance. When that happens, your visceral fat simply has no reason to stay. Imagine starting your morning with a warm cup of green tea, followed by a small amount of raw garlic, or adding it to your meals later in the day. These tiny daily actions can have a cumulative impact that transforms your metabolism from sluggish to active. It's not about deprivation or restriction, but about nourishment and support. The body knows how to heal itself when given the right inputs, and these foods are among the most effective tools for helping that process along. Over time, as the internal environment improves, energy levels rise, digestion becomes smoother, and the body gradually lets go of the fat that no longer serves a purpose. The connection between what you eat and how your body stores fat is deeper than most people realize. Visceral fat isn't just a physical issue. It's a metabolic signal that something inside needs correction. Foods like green tea and garlic do more than just burn calories. They address those underlying imbalances. They calm inflammation, balance hormones, and teach your cells to burn fuel efficiently. The key is to integrate them into your life consistently, allowing their natural compounds to do their work day by day. The more balanced your internal systems become, the more effortlessly your body begins to release stored visceral fat, leading to a healthier, leaner, and more energetic you. Leafy greens are among the most powerful foods you can eat when it comes to fighting visceral fat. Many people think of them as just salad fillers, but these green plants are nature's medicine cabinet. Every leaf of spinach, kale, arugula, or collard greens carries compounds that help cleanse your liver, balance your hormones, and shift your metabolism into fat-burning mode. Visceral fat, and the deep internal fat that wraps around your organs, is heavily influenced by the health of your liver. When the liver becomes overloaded with toxins or fat, it slows down its ability to process and burn fat efficiently. Leafy greens help reverse that by giving the liver exactly what it needs to function at its best. They are rich in chlorophyll, a pigment that binds to toxins and helps flush them out through natural detoxification pathways. When your liver is clean, it can perform its main role more effectively, which is metabolizing fat and regulating insulin levels. That's why people who consume leafy greens regularly tend to have less belly fat and better metabolic health overall. Leafy greens are also packed with 2 essential minerals that play a direct role in controlling visceral fat: potassium and magnesium. These minerals are crucial for balancing insulin sensitivity and reducing inflammation inside the body. Insulin, the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar, has a major impact on fat storage. When insulin levels are consistently high, your body locks itself in fat storing mode, especially around the abdomen. Potassium and magnesium help bring insulin back into balance, allowing the body to use glucose for energy instead of converting it into stored fat. Think of them as the internal regulators that tell your body it's safe to start burning stored energy again. And since visceral fat is often caused by chronic stress, these minerals also calm your nervous system, lowering cortisol levels and preventing the hormonal chain reaction that leads to fat accumulation around the organs. But one of the most interesting things about leafy greens is how they influence your gut microbiome. Your gut bacteria play a critical role in determining how your body stores or burns fat. When harmful bacteria dominate the gut, they trigger inflammation and make it harder for your body to lose visceral fat. Leafy greens contain natural prebiotic fibers that feed the good bacteria, restoring a healthy balance in your digestive system. A balanced gut leads to better digestion, reduced cravings, and improved hormone function, all of which contribute to shrinking visceral fat. In other words, greens don't just nourish you, they nourish the trillions of tiny organisms inside you that help regulate your metabolism. Leafy greens are also very low in calories and carbohydrates, which means you can eat a large amount without raising blood sugar or insulin. This is important because every spike in insulin tells your body to store fat. By keeping insulin low and steady, greens make it easier for your body to stay in a fat-burning state throughout the day. They also help alkalize your body, reducing acidity that can slow down metabolism and lead to fatigue. This alkaline environment supports the function of enzymes responsible for breaking down fat molecules, turning stored fat into usable energy. You might not feel these changes immediately, but over time they add up to noticeable differences in your energy levels, digestion, and body composition. It's also worth noting that leafy greens contain compounds called nitrates that help improve blood flow. Better circulation means your cells get more oxygen and nutrients, which enhances your body's ability to metabolize fat. This oxygen delivery is especially beneficial for your muscles, which are major fat-burning tissues. The more oxygen your muscles receive, the more efficiently they can use fat for energy. That's why people who include plenty of greens in their diet often notice improved stamina and endurance. Even without major changes in their exercise routine, the body becomes more efficient at converting stored fat into usable energy, especially around the abdominal area. When you make greens a part of your daily meals, you're essentially feeding your liver, your gut, and your metabolism all at once. The key is consistency. Whether it's a handful of spinach in your smoothie, a serving of kale in your lunch, or a mixed salad at dinner, each portion contributes to restoring your body's natural balance. Over time, your liver becomes cleaner, your hormones stabilize, and your cells start working more efficiently. As these internal systems align, visceral fat begins to decrease naturally without extreme diets or deprivation. It's a gradual, steady process, but it's one that lasts because it works with your body rather than against it. Now, let's look at another group of foods that might seem like a sweet indulgence, but are actually one of the most powerful tools against visceral fat. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries are small in size but massive in nutritional value. They're rich in antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which help reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and prevent fat from accumulating around your organs. Visceral fat is often a result of chronic inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. Every time you eat processed foods or experience stress, your cells produce free radicals that damage tissues and slow metabolism. The antioxidants in berries neutralize these free radicals, allowing your cells to function properly and burn fat efficiently. Berries also contain natural compounds that directly affect fat cells. Studies show that the polyphenols in berries can inhibit the formation of new fat cells and promote the breakdown of existing ones. This means that regularly eating berries not only prevents visceral fat from growing, but also helps your body shrink the fat deposits you already have. What makes berries unique compared to other fruits is their low sugar content and high fiber ratio. They provide sweetness without spiking blood sugar, which is essential for controlling insulin. Stable insulin means stable energy levels and a lower likelihood of fat storage around the belly. It's the perfect balance, sweetness that heals instead of harms. The fiber in berries also plays a vital role in fat metabolism. Soluble fiber binds to bile acids in your intestines, which helps eliminate excess cholesterol and fat through digestion. It slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, preventing the quick spikes and crashes that trigger cravings. This slow, steady release of energy keeps you full for longer, making it easier to avoid overeating. When you replace sugary snacks or desserts with a cup of berries, you're giving your body a nutrient-dense option that satisfies your sweet tooth while actively working to reduce visceral fat. Beyond their effects on fat metabolism, berries are deeply connected to hormonal balance. The compounds in these fruits help reduce cortisol levels, which means they lower stress-induced fat storage. They also support brain health, improving mood and focus, which indirectly helps with better food choices. When your mood and energy are stable, you're less likely to reach for comfort foods that contribute to fat gain. This psychological benefit is often overlooked, but it plays a major role in long-term fat loss and metabolic health. Another fascinating property of berries is their ability to improve blood flow. Similar to leafy greens, the natural pigments in berries strengthen capillaries and enhance circulation, allowing nutrients and oxygen to reach your tissues more effectively. This not only improves overall energy, but also supports muscle recovery and fat oxidation. When your circulation improves, your body becomes more efficient at mobilizing and burning stored fat. And because visceral fat is metabolically active, improving blood flow helps your body access and break it down more easily. Berries also support the liver the same way leafy greens do by helping it process fats and toxins more efficiently. The antioxidants and phytonutrients in berries reduce fat buildup in the liver, which is often the first place visceral fat starts to accumulate. A healthy liver is like a well-tuned engine. It burns fuel cleanly and efficiently. When your liver functions at its best, it sends the right signals to your metabolism, keeping fat burning steady throughout the day. Adding berries to your diet is simple and enjoyable. You can eat them fresh, frozen, or blended into smoothies. You can sprinkle them on yogurt, oatmeal, or salads for a colorful and nutrient-packed meal. The key is to make them a daily habit. And even a small handful can have lasting effects when consumed consistently. Over time, their powerful antioxidants and fibers work together to reduce inflammation, balance blood sugar, and activate your body's natural fat-burning mechanisms. The relationship between leafy greens and berries is beautifully synergistic. Greens provide minerals and detoxification support, while berries deliver antioxidants and fiber. Together, they attack visceral fat from multiple directions, reducing inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, cleansing the liver, and stabilizing hormones. This is how your body transforms internally, not through drastic diets or extreme exercise routines, but through small, consistent choices that restore balance. These foods remind us that nature has already provided everything we need to heal and thrive. The more you align your meals with these natural sources of nutrition, the faster your body adapts to burning fat efficiently. When you eat leafy greens and berries regularly, you're not just eating for taste or nutrition. You're actively teaching your body to release stored fat. You're signaling to your metabolism that it no longer needs to hold on to visceral fat for protection. You're calming inflammation, nourishing your liver, and stabilizing your blood sugar in ways that gradually reshape your body from the inside out. This process doesn't happen overnight, but it builds momentum each day. As your body grows stronger, more balanced, and less burdened by inflammation, visceral fat slowly loses its hold. What begins as a small dietary change eventually becomes a lifestyle transformation. One that promotes longevity, energy, and a healthy body that no longer stores unnecessary fat around the organs. So these are the 10 foods you should eat every day to kill your visceral fat naturally, effectively, and deliciously. The secret isn't starving yourself or over-exercising, it's teaching your body to burn fat the way it was designed to. Start small. Add 1 or 2 of these foods today and watch how your energy, waistline, and confidence begin to change. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Unbreakable Health, and share your favorite fat-burning food in the comments below. Remember, your health isn't built in a day, but what you eat every day builds your health. Stay consistent, stay curious, and keep decoding your health one smart choice at a